Welcome to the Indie Rundown Podcast. This is also going to be on Thunder Knock Studios. If you hadn't noticed by the backdrop and everyone involved, this has something to do with Halloween Night, an awesome fan film that just hit 500,000 views, 500K views, unbelievable. So we're doing this almost like as a commemorative, event to for the 500,000 views, because that's no joke. There to my left or to my right, depending on how this video ends up, is my co-host, my partner, Zach Salazar. And right below us, the two Utes, John Schilling and JP DeStefano. What's up, guys?
How you guys doing? Thanks for having us on your show, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, guys. By the way, this wasn't coordinated. This was all just by chance because we're that good.
Yeah, I don't know how this happened. Yeah, I don't.
It's
finally
great.
got a shirt.
Great minds think alike, bro. That's what happens.
Hopefully, I hit my cringe well enough.
Yes.
But what we're gonna do is basically watch Halloween Night and kind of give everybody a behind the scenes, just a commentary track, and we'll see what happens. So if you guys have anything else or any preamble to this, now's the time. Otherwise, we'll start the countdown.
Well, I think too, if people don't know, should we introduce our positions on the movie or no? They pretty much know already, right?
You're gonna ask, just do it.
Okay, well, I'll cut this out. Never mind. That's awkward. Never mind.
Keep it in.
No, your introduction was so good. I don't want to go never mind. Fuck it.
We're keeping it in. We got the director down there, JP DeStefano. We got John Schilling, who plays The Shape. Who plays this guy back here.
Mm-hmm.
Plays Michael Myers. Also makes a little bit of a cameo, which we're going to find out. You're going to be able to point it out. Play a little Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
On the commentary. Obviously I was producer, helping market the movie, getting it out to YouTubers. JP as a director, you got to do directing and write a little bit of everything. And then Zach, tell everyone what you did.
I bought everybody Starbucks and swept the floors after each shoot, pretty much. So
that's right.
It was fun, and I took naps on set too. So no,
a lot more than that.
Yeah, right. No, I helped with the conception of this movie with Tula and JP, and I produced it basically, helped produce it, and helped co-edit it with this beautiful man down here underneath me. So,
which one?
You, sir.
So
you. John's beautiful too, but
There's
one of these
men.
beautiful men down underneath me. That's what I meant to say.
We got Fountain of Youth John down there. He looks younger than all of us, damn it.
Yes, right.
Pisses me off.
Look at his hair. He trimmed the hair. Looks pretty good.
I don't know what the hell it is. Yeah, I mean, ridiculous. Yeah. But, anything else before we go ahead? Or if you guys are ready, we'll...
No, I just wanted to thank everybody for tuning in and watching our film. I mean, we reached 500,000 views, 500,000 views. I mean, just to break 10,000, I thought that was a feat in itself. And here we are, half a year later, and we're at 500,000. So just want to thank everyone for tuning in, watching our film. And, it really was a labor of love, as we've been saying for many months now. And that's why we're doing this commentary track and to commemorate the 500,000 views. So hope you guys enjoy this. We're going to get rolling here in just a sec.
Yeah, and thank everyone for watching the movie, and then also taking the time to leave a comment. It's really awesome. Early on when the movie came out, I was constantly like a hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Looking and saying thank you and all that stuff. JP too, and every now and then now I like to go back and see and interact, just because I know when I like it when YouTubers do that whenever I take the time to comment as well. So
yeah,
right. Yeah, I try to make a point to comment on as many comments as I can and respond to everyone out there, and because it's fair. They're stopping by and giving us a piece of their time, and I'm going to give it right back to them. So
a lot of good love too in the comments, man. I always love seeing that.
Yeah, and I also appreciate some of the critiques too. You know what I mean? So it's like that. The 10-shot revolver. It's almost become like a fun comment. I'm thinking we should make a T-shirt or some sort of 10-shot revolver and start selling.
10-shot revolver. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
I thought it was
Feel
11. I thought it was 11.
It might be 11 actually.
I don't know,
I think it is 11. It's 11.
Yeah. Some of the audience let us know for sure. I think it was 11.
I love every time I see that comment again. I'm just like, yeah, they got it. Here we go.
And, honestly, a little trivia right here. When we were editing this, didn't even have a clue. Honestly, like I don't know if I just skipped over it or we skipped over it. Never noticed. Honestly.
Oh, I knew. I
Oh,
knew
you did? I did not pay attention to that.
Because we had to give it some time for him to get shot to fall off the balcony. And we're like, we kind of shot our wad in one load there with getting him onto the balcony. And I'm like, well, we got to get him off now. I'm like, oh, no, let's load up another 5 in that chamber. Let's go.
Yeah, well, yeah, we can just play it off like she just put more bullets in it when it was on the ground.
Well, she's a quick
Real
draw.
quick. Yeah, she's quick. She knows how to work
South, man.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, man. So let's get into.
Let's get rolling. Yep.
Let's get rolling.
All right, let me know when you lead the countdown, Zach.
All right, everybody set on play.
For people at home too, this is the countdown to watch along as well if you want to do that.
Well, I'm going to have the video on the screen with us.
Okay, so just so we're starting.
I'm new here.
Yeah.
So okay.
If you guys want to watch at home with us, we are just about to press play. In 3, 2, 1, play. All right, guys. So here's our disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
Just crossing our T's, dotting our I's, making sure we're not getting paid off of this. And
I really accented the Halloween every time I said Halloween in red just to let people know, like.
Yeah.
And trust me, we didn't get paid at all.
No.
I just got my shirt today.
He just got his shirt today.
So
yeah.
Beautiful Thunder Knock logo there.
Yeah.
Horrible,
Zach, thank you for doing my intro logo.
That was a terrible bird logo there. I'm just kidding.
I love the font.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard
It's like
a couple of
thing.
YouTubers mention that they like the font. It's like, all right, we already know they're going to take the movie seriously just based on the font.
Yeah. I had to keep it as old school as I could with the font. I wanted it to look like pristine with the other movies.
Yeah. And you did.
And everyone loves the Lunatic Fringe song, man. It's excellent show.
Aerial shot. That's actually stock footage, by the way.
Yep.
I don't mind owning up to stock footage.
it's also stock footage of James working in a warehouse for the weekend.
No, so that's Steffi right there. So Steffi's the owner. Well, her parents own the warehouse. It's their business. It's actually a fabrication shop for oil field service parts. So
love that wipe. Greatest wipe in movie.
yeah. All right, he's walking. He's doing his Fonz walk right now.
Yeah, he's got a cool guy thing going on here.
I loved his demeanor on set. I'm sorry to cut you.
Dustin owned the shit out of this. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you could tell he's having a good time.
Dustin was fun. I love Dustin. Dustin and I actually met working on a commercial shoot in Austin, and we just hit it off. We had a 2-day shoot up there, and it was my first time meeting him, and we just clicked. And I told him, I remember telling him, I'm like, I'm going to be working with you in the future. And sure enough, here we are.
Speaking of, there's JP making his first appearance.
So I think you of all people will appreciate it. That's the line I gave him. And I thought that more people might catch on to that line. I don't think a lot of people really understood what I was trying to go with there. That's kind of where Myers gets his mask from. So he actually has the Myers mask, Dave, the character. So but I don't think we expanded upon that enough to where people made that connection. So it might have been a little bit of a missed opportunity there. So I don't even know if I had told you guys that. You might not have.
This is news to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the first I heard of it, man. But I just love everyone makes the comments like, oh, the dude wearing the overalls, like they knew.
Yeah.
They knew what was coming.
He ain't all that bad, man. What's that? I love this.
Great. That was a really good delivery when he says "fuck that."
A little bit of foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
I like how he didn't buy your shit either. He was like, nah.
Yeah.
And someone in the comment section made a funny comment too. It was like, yeah, so how many people ended up going to this party?
Yeah. Yeah, Lunatic Fringe. So this was the idea of Dwayne Cathy, our sound engineer. It was his idea to put this song in there. I thought it was a great choice.
It's a great song.
Yeah, here comes John.
Oh, there's my
Boom!
parents.
And what's funny, if you watch this, he's hitting him to the beat of the song. It's kind of, you can hear the drums of the music as he's hitting. I thought that was kind of funny.
I thought he was just going to ask him if he wanted to do overtime.
Yeah. Clearly John wants to do the overtime.
Another stock footage shot.
Good stock footage too, man.
Stock footage. Yep, stock footage. We're not afraid to admit that.
This was fun yet challenging at the same time to put together this entire sequence.
This was shot on July 3rd.
Yeah.
Obviously right before Independence Day. I remember this was the perfect opportunity to shoot this. I mean, because, you know, everyone's off from work the next day. People are prematurely shooting fireworks off anyways. And, you know, and we had this whole street pretty much to ourselves. It was kind of turned into a block party. Kind of got lucky, you know. I was crossing my fingers that it wasn't going to rain. I was freaking out the night before. I went out and put filming notices on everybody's doors. Say, hey, you know, Thunder Knock Studios is going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be shooting. So don't be pissed off at us. We got our two lead kid actors, Julia Glessner and Carson Dorn. These kids were great, man. And they're so much fun to be with on set. And their parents were super cool. So thank you, Faith, and thank you, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these guys were awesome to have. They were like my first experience working really was with these guys in a scene that's coming up. But man, these guys really had their stuff together, and their parents really had them working like in a good way. You know, they were a good team, really good team, fun to work with.
Yeah.
I like the reaction when they first see you. I can't remember if it's the boy or the girl that kind of looks up for. Yeah, it's the actress. She looks up and she's like, whoa, dude doesn't know it until he bumps in.
Yeah, and it's funny, like, I didn't even think to have her do that. That was all her natural instinct, and that just goes to show how aware she is of what she wants to convey.
Yeah, they really had it. They really had their stuff together.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, here's that scene that you were just...
Right there, she notices him. Boom.
Yeah. Just setting a nasty pick for the kid.
Yeah, just sitting there. I remember it took like a good 8 takes because John kept like bumping into Carson. I'm like, John, he's going to come to you. Relax. I'm like, stop drawing the foul, bro.
I love how he just stands back there the whole time, doesn't move a muscle.
Yeah.
Just sweating through that thing in that July heat.
Oh, gosh. It was hot.
That's a great scene, though. That's just classic Myers right there.
And just kind of holding on to it.
That's another great cut right there.
I love the old behind the shoulder. Hey-o!
Hey!
Julia and Carson, they're really big. I mean, it helps to have the kids there to make it feel like it's trick or treat. You know what I mean?
It does.
Nice Coca-Cola product placement.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get paid for that.
I love Erin, man. She killed it in this movie. I mean, everybody killed it in this movie, dude.
We really haven't talked about Tula at all.
Yeah. Look at this hunk working on the car.
Yeah. Tula, did you ever find those traps and fries you were looking for?
JP for giving me the Big Trouble Little China shirt. That's a
Yeah.
little Easter egg.
A few people have picked up on that in the comments section. I noticed, and it's pretty cool when they do.
Good carpenter touch.
Yeah. Reaches for his wrench.
Every time I see that, it's so funny.
Boom.
I like how she's holding her head too.
Yeah.
On that. Like almost like she's reacting to the hit
It could be.
on the cut. Well, it feels like that.
Yeah.
Right? It's kind of a cool cut. I like that. Right into your classic phone cut too, which is cool.
I never picked up on that actually.
Yeah. Happy accident, like you call them, right?
Right. Happy accidents.
Did they have a landline there, or did we plant that?
We planted that.
Nobody has a landline anywhere.
I actually used that phone in another movie before.
Never say nobody.
Yeah. So this
Makes me
is the
want to do a
shot.
great movie, man.
So this shot right here is really what I want to try to emulate from part 2 when when Myers, after he gets the knife from the Elrod house, and he got scooches. Then I forget. I think her name is Alice. That character's name. So that's just part 2, kind of right there.
It's a clear homage while not directly replicating. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Love that reveal too.
Julia and Carson again.
Yep, Julia and Carson again. Just continuing. It's just a continuation, right? Just kind of picking up, putting the puzzle pieces together. Like that's what I love about this opening scene. You get so much introduction and learn about so many of these characters and just a short amount of time, you know? It's just kind of layered there.
Someone in the comments mentioned, Barcelona chairs.
Yeah. That's
I
my
even know what
buddy's
they
house.
were. They're like,
Yeah. So John, go ahead and explain about how we got this house.
It's my oldest friend in Houston, Mike Von B, and we worked together back in 2003 to like 2007, and he's just been a great friend. He has a really cool house with a lot of character. Oh,
Stab.
it's a great shot right there.
Oh yeah.
And he's got some really nice furniture, and people have been noticing in YouTube. And he tells me to comment to tell everybody they're fake so that nobody comes and takes his nice couch.
They're really real. Those are like what?
$100,000 easily. Yeah, he lives on
right
Michigan.
there. Barcelona chairs.
Yeah, he lives on Michigan Avenue. I'll give you a hand-drawn map and a crowbar in his work schedule.
Oh man.
I would exterior shot though when Myers had that kill.
Ooh.
The timing of this shot was just so well done. I mean, we did a good 10 takes, I think, to try to land into that position, with where like the knife wasn't blocking the girl's face as she was walking up. It landed perfectly. Eventually, right? So
Did we get all this in one night too?
we got all this in one night. Yeah.
I thought so. It felt like a long night, but then it moved along nicely.
Yeah.
Who did the music? What music was that from? When
Where it picks up right here.
no, when John killed Darren? I was wanting to ask you. Was that something that Dwayne did, or was that?
No, that was Dustin's band, wasn't it? In the garage.
In the garage, that's actually Dustin's band.
Right?
And when the music that you're listening to, but inside the house, I believe it's I think that's 2018 soundtrack. I think it's the 2018. But
it was.
all this right here that you're hearing, this is all Dwayne Cathy's original music, and he sets the tone here really, really well.
Yeah, Dwayne's stuff is awesome.
Yeah,
it's so seamless with the original stuff thrown in. And I didn't even know.
Yeah, it does feel seamless.
There's my boy Anthony.
Yep, Anthony Hernandez.
Well, this guy's great.
He's a small part, but man, he just gives off so much emotion with his face.
Yeah, he does.
Well, he's a fantastic actor, man.
He's great.
Yeah, right here, in the reveal or the realization, I guess.
Yep.
Man, he owns that right there. He owns that moment.
It's like he doesn't have to say a word. You know, it's just he's so good at doing that.
And that's the thing. It's kind of like that. Like, how did they want to end the original? Did they want Donald Pleasance to like scream like, "Oh my God, he's still out there"? No, he just looks and watches. So this is kind of reminiscent of that moment where he's just kind of taking it in, like, "Oh shit, is he back?" He's got the feeling like he kind of knows her. He might not know her by name, but they're in the neighborhood. They cross paths. And then this shot right here was very important to get. This really is that nice tableau shot that Dean Cundy does in the original at the opening after they pull the mask off of young Michael.
Yep.
So,
You
know, a lot of people think that it's a drone shot, but JP set up an old school crane kind of situation for that. That was really cool.
yeah,
took a lot of TLC too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mario.
Yeah.
And
Mario set that up on the jib. And I remember just like telling the kids, I'm like, don't move for this one shot. Just stay frozen in time. Because that's obviously what they did in the original, right? And trying to emulate that tableau, like represent that snapshot moment in time. Like you would see this a lot in theater, where like people would just freeze and hold their poses to really try to hit home with that moment.
Right.
And that's what I wanted to kind of instill here. Basically, what John Carpenter had envisioned too.
little shots like that, they take a lot of time. Don't take a lot of screen time, but it makes a big difference at the end. And
Yeah.
Mario did a kick-ass job, man. He
He did great.
justifiably got nominated in the Houston Horror Film Festival, right? For cinematography.
Yeah, he was nominated. Yep.
And I'm sure that'll continue because he did a great job.
Our executive producers, Robert Reese, Jeezy Lee, Jennifer. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys coming on board. Co-produced by John Schilling. Wow. Good job. Oh, too many stories. Oh gosh. Too many people involved. Too many people.
Changed so much, but it's awesome how it
it could be a nightmare in itself. That's a screenplay right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Coming this summer.
Yeah, I think the original screenplay I wrote to this movie, about 30% of it is in the finished movie. We changed it so much, but for good reason too. You know, we worked really hard on getting the story where we wanted it.
And then sometimes it had to change because of locations, availability, and then you know, in Cade's instance, you have to adjust for the campaign too. So unbelievable how it all came together.
It really is, and that just shows like you just got to be kind of malleable, right? You don't have to be married to the screenplay as it reads, right? Like you could just tailor it to your surroundings. Like in this instance here, we were shooting at Wilbur's house here, and they were working on their house, and Wilbur was like, "Yeah, it's not going to be ready for like another year and a half," and I'm like, "Well, obviously we're not going to wait. And we have this house." I'm like, "Okay, then we'll just work it into the story," and we're trying to sell the house as a couple. I really don't care. Like it doesn't like
the fact that
he's still able to tell the story.
Yeah, the fact that he's working on the house gave a good. I don't know if it's an excuse, but it gave a good explanation as to why the front door is a little jammy.
Yeah,
well, it adds more
character.
It adds character to it.
The house becomes one of the characters, right?
And in good personality too.
The houses are part of the movie.
Yeah. So here's my wife. In case if you guys don't know, this is my real wife in real life. So we actually have these problems in our relationship where I will be working a night shift at my job. I'm actually an energy trader here in Houston, so I do work the night shift. And she'll call me and she'll be like, "I do have an audition." I'm like, "Well, I guess you'll have to get someone else to help you out. I can't leave shift." So this is an instance where, art imitates life, or I guess life imitating art, however you want to look at it, right? But I thought this was funny, and I thought this was a funny circumstance to find yourself in, where it's a last minute audition, it's Halloween, all your friends are out partying, and you can't get any help. So I thought it'd be fun to play with, and it would resonate with a lot of actors, so. And plus, this is a good moment here. It kind of fleshes out who was on the other side of that call, right? And kind of gives people another bird's eye look, I guess you want to call it.
I've always been a fan of when they show something in movies and then a little bit later they go back and show from a different perspective or something.
I love that. Very, very Tarantino-esque.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to do that here. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's non-linear storytelling is kind of fun too.
Yeah.
This is the absolute last thing we ever shot for this movie.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
And I shot this actually.
You did.
And Zach is actually holding the boom mic right to camera left here. And
it was literally just me, you, and Sandra there that night.
Yeah, just us three. And by the way, Sandra was house sitting that house in the Woodlands.
Oh yeah.
She probably doesn't want us to know this, anybody to know this, but yeah, that's not even her house, but she invited us over. So thank you, Sandy.
Yeah. We lucked out.
Busted. Okay, Jeffrey Molinaro, another Indiegogo backer right here, bought a walk-on speaking role. This was fun. This was like, I'd say 70% of this dialogue right here was kind of improv. I wanted him to just feel comfortable. He was very nervous. I really was just telling him, hey, we're just two dudes hanging out in the warehouse, and Mario just happens to be right here with a camera. I'm like, don't even worry about it. Like, we're just bullshitting, dude. So, and he warmed up pretty quickly.
Everybody and their mother's going to that one.
He told me his wife and kids wanted to see him in a movie, so that's why he actually bought this.
That's
So
cool.
I thought that was funny. I was like, yeah, man.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Have you guys stayed in touch since? Have you been able to chat?
Not as much as I'd like to. I need to reach out to him a little bit more.
You got to get the family reaction on that.
Yeah, I do. So what's funny about this scene here, guys?
Yeah, I was just go ahead, bro. I was just about.
So I'm talking on the phone, right, and the guy in the background, the warehouse worker, is Rain, Michael Meneses. He goes by Rain, and he's actually reading the lines to me for Ainura's lines right there. And he's right there in the background. You see him right there walking? He's actually got the script in his hand. I made it look like he was like working on something in the warehouse, like taking notes on like inventory or something.
Mike pulled it off awesome, man.
Oh, so good. Clever.
I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys like the raw files of that, and just watching him how he reads those lines. Oh, it's hilarious.
Please tell me he was trying to go with like a girl.
No, he was just he's just very monotone. I know, babe. I'm ecstatic too. This might be the one, John. Okay, guys. So this is kind of a little bit of a sensitive topic for me, but this photo here that you guys see, that's photoshopped with me and my grandfather right there. So that's an actual photo of me standing next to my brother who passed away back in 2014. And I thought it was kind of a way to pay homage to him. So I used that photo of me knowing only I'm going to know, right? So when I'm looking at that photo and I'm talking about if only grandpa was here to help, I'm actually thinking about my brother right there. And, you know, because I know my brother Dan, he would be there to help. He's that kind of guy. So, you know, it's very meaningful to me to have this moment right. So right here, I'm thinking about my brother. So, you know,
Good moment, man. Good moment.
It's nice to be able to do things like this, and I feel like I'm honoring him. And
he's in the movie with us.
Yeah, he's in the movie. He's with us.
Cool.
There's also a little bit later. There's also another shout out to him.
Yeah. Look at this guy.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Beautiful? Where did that hair go?
He also purchased a online speaking Indiegogo,
Yeah.
and all of his speaking lines were cut. Demand a refund.
There's Woody.
Yeah, there's Woody and Cade.
I love this scene, man.
Love these guys.
Yeah. So probably, if it's not the revolver we hear about, it's the P.
Yes.
It's definitely the P.
I got a fun trivia about that real quick. So the sound file that I used of the pissing, this piss is so long that I had to I had to duplicate it like 5 times just for it to be long enough. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. I remember telling Cade, hey, Cade, can you kind of tone down your Southern accent a little bit? I'm like, you kind of sound like more Midwest. He's like, oh, yeah, sure. No, the next take, he's right back to being Alabama. Love this shot here.
Yeah.
This was actually, this was not drafted up. This was just right there in the moment.
We always knew that we were going to use that walkway. I feel like.
I knew we were going to use the walkway, but I didn't know in what capacity. And I was like, John, just go stand down there. Just go stand there and don't move.
It's a good stalking shot too.
That's all natural lights from that area.
Kate did a good job just with this look, man. Just what the hell?
Kate,
I think he did a good job on this. I was like,
I'm very proud of Kate, and I know he was nervous too. It was his first time acting, and
didn't look like it at all.
The guy drove all the way in from Alabama, and I mean he just absolutely killed it.
Yeah, he did.
You know,
perfect timing for that.
So you know who was pulling out the knife there was actually Rain, the guy who was reading the lines to me in the warehouse. He was actually holding the knife back there.
Rain is the glue man.
Rain is like, man, he's the unsung hero.
He's the glue man. That's a
I
great
like that though, because it was like a little bit of a Michael Myers, also like a Jason Voorhees kill with the freaking.
Yeah. People mention that. Right?
Yeah.
I just love that it's Myers on the loose. Like, what if he was on loose and like, no one knew what the hell was going on.
So Cade
I love that we held on it too, you know, for so long.
Yeah. It's fun. So Cade wasn't supposed to die in this movie. We had some extra time, so we just threw this part in here where he gets grabbed through the window. You can see his pants were split right there if you pause it.
Transition right here. Look at it.
Yeah. So we were like, all right, Cade, you want to get killed? And we just threw that in there, and it ended up making it into the film, which is cool.
good segues too from the car light into her
Oh, Zach, right? Who did that?
The LED light.
LED lights. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to.
JP, I can't remember
What's that?
the segue to the lights.
So, I knew we had to go down to the light because I knew I had to have that plan to want to do that in the edit. But I think I edited that because I think that was the first scene.
Look good.
The Caden Woody scene was the first scene I ever edited.
Yeah.
Outside of the oh my God, I forgot their names. Sandra and Victor scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the first thing I edited.
Yeah, just some really good smooth transitions. And speaking of Sandra, we'll see a good one coming up. It's really good.
Yeah, I think what inspired me to want to do a transition like that was from watching Stranger Things. You see that a lot in Stranger Things, where it'd be like the shot ends on a car tire, right? It's round, and then it kind of fades into like a ceiling fan spinning or something. I love how they do that. It's fun. It's fun movie making. I feel like
You have to show everything.
Stranger Things.
you got to watch it. Prop Master Zach.
These are good. I like these.
That's right.
Good job, Zach.
That one looked like a Donald Pleasance headshot.
I actually altered a lot of these headlines. You probably would never even notice. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm a big prop guy though. Like I love making stuff look official, like it's really in that world that they're in. You know, I don't like to cut corners with props and stuff like that. So this was fun to do, and I love making them like fake newspaper headlines and stuff. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you putting it in like that. The little plastic.
Yeah.
There, it helps.
It's the little details that people overlook, you know.
It's cool. Man.
Yeah.
Laminating it over the TGI.
That's my shot, by the way. I shot that. Oh yeah.
That close up right there. That's good.
Yeah.
I got my one shot in there.
That's right.
JP shot a little bit of this too. People don't know. He got a couple.
Yeah, I shot all of Victor on the porch.
Yeah. A little here and there.
Halloween, you got to have these tracking shots, man.
You got to have a good tracking shot. Sets it up. And right here, great moment there.
Using the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, guys. So trick-or-treater Jenny right here is the daughter of Wilbur and Mariella, and they are the real owners of this house. So I told them, I was like, hey, I got to pay you guys back. I'm gonna throw your daughter in the movie because she wanted to get into acting, and this is a nice little moment. I feel like she has here on the screen. It's real sweet.
And I hate to jump in real fast, but I love this is one of my favorite transitions coming up into the living room, the pan. Love it.
Oh yeah, it's kind of Star Wars-esque, right?
Oh, I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's really good too.
Yeah.
Now this entire sequence this is one of the first things we shot.
Yeah, this was literally the first thing we shot.
Yeah, and matter of fact, this entire sequence up until the point where she gets killed, I had all of that edited together before we even shot anything else. That's how early it was. But this was a lot of fun. These days were a lot of fun.
Yeah. This was March 24th, 2019.
That was May.
Or, excuse me, May. May. My bad. This is May. Yeah, because we shot the entire movie from May to October.
Feels like March though. That's how it feels. How
I don't know why I said
long
March.
it's been.
I knew it started with an M.
I like when Victor says, "So when are the kids coming home?"
Yeah.
You can tell the wheels are turning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what time are those kids getting back?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know.
He's ready to get down to business.
So from here on out of the entire conversation is all improv. I was like, just find a moment to kiss. Just find a moment to kiss. I don't care how you do it. Just have fun with it, and try to remember.
Predictability lent it to like real life too, because
it's kind of funny. Like we throw in Batman, right? Because we all meet Victor and I worked on a Batman fan film called The Bat, which was directed by Marcus Vasquez, and he's here in Houston. And so that was another fan film that we both worked on. So for him to kind of talk about The Bat, it was kind of funny. Or for him to allude to Batman was funny. So this moment right here, her running to the door, this right here is literally the first shot we ever did for the entire movie.
That's right.
Her running to the door. And John was slating.
That's right.
And Jason Goes to Hell was playing on the TV for
Oh yeah.
all night. Probably. People pick up on it in the comment section too.
Yeah, we live here too.
I love the way she said that.
Oh man, this is fun.
Yeah.
So here's my cinematography at work.
Here we go.
This was good, man.
Yeah.
This was the moment that I realized, because this was our first night filming for me, right?
For you?
In costume.
For him in costume, yeah.
Yeah. I realized the project we had on our hands at this point.
Yeah.
All the
It
different
was not cold outside too, I'll tell you that much.
I liked cutting that scene together too with Victor, because that was one of the nights where I wasn't on set. So it's cool to get all the dailies and kind of watch the scene unfold, you know, from not being there. I didn't see anything. So it's like I'm watching it and learning it all at once. You know, it's all new to me. So
Yeah.
those are fun to put together.
So shooting this scene here, when you're seeing the close-ups of right here, like you see Sandra.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
actually just talking to nobody right there.
This was clever editing.
Yeah.
I love how Carson didn't buy Sandra's explanation either. That's what I love too.
That's tricky to do, man. When you take scenes shot at a later date and mix them in, that can be tricky, but
it can be trying to match the light and everything. It's the continuity, but that's the good thing of having home field advantage of shooting in my own apartment, right? I could just keep things the way they were.
Well,
Plus
and it worked too, because Sandra sold it so much, like with her turning and looking like they were at, she was so good at it.
Yeah, that's a good point, man.
I love this shot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. That's probably one of my favorite shots in the entire movie right there.
Originally, I had it down to where you couldn't see the window up there.
Yeah.
Almost looks like his hand cannon logo in a way.
Yeah.
It's got the vibe. Oh, that's when the sprinkler turned on me.
Oh yeah.
I had to like hold that position, and it was just relentlessly hitting me.
So what's funny is this is actually just a parking lot in my apartment complex right now. And if you just turn the camera just slightly, you'll just see there's a row of cars parked right there. And I'm like, nah, we can't have that, because then it doesn't look like your quintessential house in Haddonfield. I mean, you know, we had to really cheat the angles here, or not necessarily cheat, but just like contain them, because the shot composition is so tight, so you couldn't see a little bit of what was going on over here. You know, so. But it does have a house feeling. You feel like you're on a patio right there of a house. But that's just my back patio out of my bedroom right there. You know?
I love how he flubbed his line, but we just left it in to attribute to his drinking. That was perfect.
Well, Victor is actually drinking right there. He's drinking coffee right there. That's a local Houston brewery for you folks watching.
Happy Halloween, motherfucker. I love when he says that.
Yeah. Hey, where'd you go?
This kill was good too. I love the angle y'all got on Myers jumping away from.
Oh my gosh, how many takes right here, John? Boom.
Way too many.
At least 25. At least.
We had me like perched on a chair for leverage, so that when I popped up, I looked way more menacing.
Yeah.
Behind Victor, and so I had to like just kind of like hang there in a squat position
for like an hour.
Yeah. Victor's butt right there all night.
I had someone tell me the other day, they're like, well, she's stupid. Why doesn't she just go over and talk to him and see that he's dead? I'm like, well, you know, it sells it. It's like maybe she's just thinking he's on his, you know, on his
headphones.
On his headphones.
Well, I mean, also it's like a horror movie, so it's like
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
what happens, you know?
Yeah.
So that shot of Victor dead, that was actually Mario's cinematography right there. So we kind of linked it together right there.
And that's the track camera pulling back on her right there too, right?
Yeah, that was the Steadicam.
Steadicam.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yep.
Really good shot.
And then now you cut to a tripod shot, which is a different lens, because we don't like the lens where you're using where you're tracking her. You cut to a more cinematic lens.
I love these close-ups. Such a random thing, but I don't know.
I like how it just holds on her. It's you don't need to do a whole lot. Keep it simple.
And I wanted to put that slow pan in there because it just really, I don't know, there was just something I felt about it. The way she was just distressed.
Yeah, it's good, man. It adds a lot of like dimension to the characters for being only an hour-long film. You
I
know,
love
you,
this shot.
you get invested in her character. You
Yeah.
know, just with these shots.
Love this shot.
Yeah.
I was actually outside with John right here.
Yeah.
It looks like an exterior shot, but you can also see it's a POV.
Yeah. Well, Jason Goes to Hell.
I'm getting whacked on the screen, yeah. I think that's at the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he gets sucked in to
Yeah.
the ground.
Oh, we're doing Jason commentary? Hang on, let me change my shirt real quick.
2 for 1.
All right, everybody, also hit play on Jason Goes to Hell in 3, 2.
So the room that you see right here on screen is the room that we're currently in right now. I'm in my son's room. That's kind of funny.
Thought this looked familiar.
Yeah. Gosh, man.
It's crazy to think how long ago this has been already since we shot this.
So what I wanted to do, I wanted to do a separate shot on it, just like on another day, the pickup shot of my son sleeping. I was going to set the lights up in here and just put him to bed, and then just have Inura put that shirt on and just kind of like get a shot of her like tucking in Aiden while he was sleeping. But my wife was saying she didn't want Aiden's face to be in the movie because my wife's all about like energy and like it's like a bad omen.
Or, yeah.
It's hard. She did. So, and I respect that. So that's one of the reasons why we didn't put our son in the movie. Although
You
you,
did enough job. You could see that she's seeing a kid. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
and we get it. We get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, this was
Hello.
this was intense.
Yeah.
I love when John swings the knife down. He hit the door handle, and I left the
Okay.
sound in there because it sounded so good.
Yeah, that's him hitting the door.
I couldn't see out of the mask. It was dark in the mask. And the shoes were JP's shoes, so I'm tripping and
Well, that's the booze, right?
and that too, yeah, the beers.
A couple beers.
You know.
He's lucky. You know, Myers is a slow, lumbering killer, so you don't have to see or know where you're going necessarily.
Love that shot right
I
there.
love it. And you see the sheen on the
Oh
night.
yeah.
Looks great.
Yeah, that's a great
We didn't. I feel like we could have had him like position it like that, but that was just all him doing it, and it was just kind of lucky we were able to catch the light off the knife.
yeah.
What's funny is though we originally had a shot in there of him with a fake knife, and it looked just so fake. So I was like, dude, let's do one with a real knife.
Yeah.
It paid off so. Man.
There's no reason to not use a real knife in those.
Yeah.
moments.
Oh
It's
yeah.
completely safe. There's nobody around. But when he's going for stabs, obviously, yeah. use
Oh
a-
yeah.
Because I did stab her with
Kind
the
of around
fake
him too, yeah.
Yeah. Don't be fooled, guys, because the fake knife does still hurt.
Yeah, I got her good. I remember. Oh,
So I remember telling her like this moment is kind of reminiscent of like Jurassic Park when the kids are hiding from the raptors
totally.
in Jurassic Park. So I thought it was like that's kind of my how to relate this moment to her.
I was thinking more like Alien.
Sure.
Little bit of Alien and Jurassic Park.
I love the touch of the teapot. That kind of helped escalate the scene a bit. That was a good call on your part, JP, with the rising tension, man.
The classic slasher
Yeah.
type kill, you know what I mean?
Boom.
Nice. Yeah,
Hello.
Oh man.
that's a cool shot.
Yeah.
I like how
That's
he comes
great
down
shot.
here. It's like,
He's very ghostly right there.
Yeah, JP was real keen on the feet coming down smoothly, and it worked.
you need it, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of reminiscent of
That's
H2O.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the blood. The blood looked so good on her.
My floor was so sticky. I remember I had to go to work the next day, and I came back home, and it was just still so sticky, and I was like, I gotta take care of this before I go back in.
This is definitely a golden chainsaw kill.
Oh yeah.
If this was dead meat,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Somebody did mention that in the comments, right? That this was the golden.
Yeah, I think so. Love this shot. The blood just looks so good on her.
Yeah.
I'm
When she
glad
spit out-
Wolfman
when she-
used that shot of Myers in the blue as his backdrop when he was doing, I think the trailer was reaction or something like that.
There it is behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got blood oozing out.
Yeah, that all worked out nice.
That was a good shot.
There's Marcus Vasquez,
Yay!
writer, director, producer of the Bat fan film.
Such a good dude.
Guest of Indie Rundown 2.
That's right.
And I got to give him credit because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met Mario. I wouldn't have met James. I wouldn't have met Rain. And I wouldn't have had a freaking boom mic to use for this movie. So thank you. Thank you, Marcus. I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And Woody. And Woody.
Now here's where the wheels are starting to turn in JP's head.
Oh, Woody is that guy's fault?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then all that other good stuff out the window now. Now a little bit.
Oh, here we go. Cut into the montage.
Ah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was fun to cut together with the music that I put
fun,
in there.
This was a fun scene to cut.
There's the Big Dan's Pizza.
Big Dan's Pizza. Well, I do make my son does make an appearance, as you can see. Right there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, he did.
I
sneak in
snuck him in there.
Um,
I wanted to have that moment.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count because he's not physically in there, you know. So
Physically, you're right. You're absolutely right.
it works out in Neil's favor.
I love that Lee McCoy appreciated this sequence too because he's a big fan of Loomis.
Good job with the props here, Zach. Samantha
you.
Loomis script.
Yeah,
Babysitter Murders. Obviously, anyone who's a fan of Halloween knows where that got that from.
somewhat deep cut there.
Yeah, it's kind of meta, right?
Yeah.
In a
Yeah.
sense. It's kind of meta.
Yeah, really good nod.
Boots.
More Rambo cuts, man. This is the Rambo stuff. I love it.
It was fun. That's what. Yeah, getting those insert shots were really fun to do.
Were you there at my house that day, JP, when we cut this sequence together?
Was that what?
Were you at my house that day when we cut this sequence together?
I think so.
I think you were.
So. Yeah. Any kind of major editing you were doing, I was pretty much there for it, I believe.
Yeah. It was. Not to toot our own horn, man, but I think we did a really good job, cutting this.
I mean, just taking our time with it, you can only just make it better. So
Your old 11-shot revolver making.
There it is.
11 rounds.
That's the one given to Loomis because 6 times wasn't enough.
Love that pan in, man. This is a cool sequence.
It should be a meme that we're not doing overtime.
Yeah, we're not doing overtime. Hey.
Hey! Come on, guys, we're not doing overtime. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello? Come on,
Love the
guys.
music here, too.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Hello.
Joe Grisafi. Intro, Joe Grisafi, Mr. Tommy Doyle himself. Joe is just a great guy. He's been a pillar in the independent film world here in Houston for how many decades now, Tula?
A long time, man. Yeah.
Long time, right? Joe.
And everybody needs to go check out Mr. Pixel's arcade. It's his arcade.
Yeah, Mr. Pixel. If you're in Houston, go check
Yeah.
out Mr. Pixels.
Super cool place.
Awesome.
Arcades and pinball machines.
He's just a fun guy.
I like this shot too.
Mm.
Hey, you reached John. Leave a message at the beep.
Hey, babe. Just wondering where you were. It's getting kind of late.
There he is.
I love it, dude.
Myers
Yeah.
stuff, you know.
just there.
Just phone me back when you can.
And I was thinking, I'm like, do we need to put any kind of like musical cue there? I'm like, not yet. Let's wait. Let's let this marinate, and then we'll hit him.
And did we hit him hard, man? Because right
hit him in
here.
3, 2, 1, boom.
Best shot of the movie.
Oh yeah. Go ahead,
This is
JP,
like
and tell the.
longest mile. We walked this so many times.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many takes of this did we do altogether? 20, 30?
Oh no, probably 20. It was probably 20.
Yeah. With like 3 different people, mind you. 3 different people tried it.
And we gotta give credit to Alex Hernandez. He's the one who shot this right here. He was our second camera operator, and we were just taking turns. It was just like who was like the least tired from holding the freaking Steadicam.
That's right.
And like he happened to catch lightning right here. Like everything worked out. But the one thing I will say is, if you look, the garage doesn't close on this take. And I was like, you got
Explains how he gets
Oh,
in.
that's perfect. That's
Very good.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I think a lot of people are so enamored with it too when they see it. A lot of them didn't even notice the garage door.
You got to be forgiving to some of these things. right?
Whatever. Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, like for me, it was just like the shot is so good. Who cares? You know,
Right.
you can't throw that shot away just because the garage door is
We're on
so.
the other side at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice scene here. I like the dialogue back and forth.
I just love everything about this moment here. You tell so much with so little, I feel like. And I didn't want a long, drawn-out conversation. Like I didn't even want to allude to Michael Myers. I was just like, it's been bubbling in our minds for generations, right? And I think it's told here through what we've experienced, and at least I feel that way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't need all the crap explained. That's like
No.
a
Yeah.
trap a lot of indie filmmakers make is over exposition. They stay in the scene too long. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Everybody knows the character, right?
Yeah, we get it now.
They clicked on it for a reason already.
And I feel like it helps obviously with the pacing of the movie. Kind of you just move along, right? Get to the point. And that's one of the things that one of the YouTubers mentioned, Lee McCoy. He was like, this movie just feels like it flies right by. And I feel, and you know, with people's attention spans nowadays, you know, you got to get to the point, especially in fan films. I mean, they just want that instant gratification, right? Like, I don't think you need to expand upon too much. At least that's my thought.
With that Halloween 2 shot right there.
Shout out to Troy Parker too, who used his audio for this.
Troy Parker is our radio announcer here.
I called him at like the last minute. I was like, "Hey, bro, you want to play like a radio announcer and just sort of thing for us?" It was great.
Another homage shot here to the original Halloween with the tow truck driver.
And a lot of people don't notice his body there. It's crazy.
Some people don't, and most people do, but it's
I
it's
didn't
funny.
until like the longest time. I love that you guys didn't tell me too.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what was that? Let me go back real quick. Was that? I love stuff like that.
This is Joe's moment here.
Yep.
Mhm.
Side profiling like a mofo.
Yep. Got to give credit to Wayne Slayton right here. This was this was his idea to kind of do this pullback shot right here, and he actually did the edit on this moment
Really?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
while he was color grading this movie.
Ooh, hang on. Here's my famous turn. Sachet.
Ooh.
Booyah!
More sass, John. That's what I was told on set.
There was
Give
one
me the sassy.
guy that was doing a review of this, and he was like, he turned that corner like a cyborg. Like, yeah, maybe he was.
A sassy
Easy.
cyborg.
Sassy.
He's a ghost, baby. He moves the.
Okay. So how many times did we fickle with the lights here to try to
Oh
get
my God! It was nauseating.
What, the pizza?
Well, yeah, that too. But
That's a good shot.
Yeah, I love this moment
Yeah.
here. The camera pulls back and the
Yeah.
beat and music, it's just cut so perfect right there.
Yeah, this was awesome, man. And then the mask, the white mask coming out. So cool.
I still remember JP sitting right next to me, right here, at my desk that I'm at right now, we were cutting this entire ending together. It's just
This was
Woo.
this was a beast.
a lot of stuff goes into cutting a sequence like this.
A lot went into the finish here too, because Myers spends the entire movie kicking butt, but now it's the Home Alone part of the movie for me, where I'm just getting my butt kicked.
Yeah. So what happened right here? Did you get a concussion?
I think I might have, yeah.
Okay, let's give another shout out to Rain. He's holding John's feet right there.
Oh,
as he's doing
yeah.
the sit up. It's like gym class.
Yeah.
It's gym class.
No, I couldn't do 25.
Yeah.
I love
Right
the turn too.
Rising up right there.
You're
That's
right.
Beautiful.
That's essentially in Halloween 1, the original, when he's rising up after he does the classic sit up.
I love when he hits the door too. Oh yeah.
I think we kept this actual sound in there of the knife coming out of the door.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that we had the freedom to stay at the door because the door was being worked on.
Yeah. Again, the nice thing about having a house that was in between a remodel, right? You could kind of mess around in there and not get called out for it.
You can throw blood around. You can, it's like your own little sandbox.
Mm-hmm.
I love this part where John's like the shark in the water.
Circling
Yeah.
the cage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I looked at it too. Mike.
Yep.
Exactly.
That was all JP too, man. That was his idea. Have her hide under the nook,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's another instance of, the location given to us. Like we never had a nook in the script, so it's like, oh, dude.
None of
perfect.
this was in the script. It was just like, okay, let's just get her. How do we get her upstairs, right?
Hey, there's my truck. Oh, fun fact, me and JP got pulled over this night. I was filming them right there.
Okay, so I take back what I said earlier. This was actually the official last thing we shot of the movie right there.
A
That
cop,
was
a cop pulled us over, and we were like, "Yeah, we're just getting a couple quick shots for a movie."
Yeah.
Over.
It was late, and we kept circling around.
Okay.
And I guess he saw us, and we were going pretty fast for that shot, and he just hit us up. But he was cool about it. He was cool. It was
Yeah,
just
he
funny.
was cool. He was
funny.
It was fun.
That's a cool shot right there by Nora.
Yes.
So the lighting here, it looks, and this really wasn't planned, but it looks just like when Myers
Awesome.
is fighting Grady in part 4 on the stairwell. The lighting looks identical to that right there, with the way the light's coming through the window.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Halloween 4. Yeah, Halloween 4. Come on, you guys like Halloween 4.
Man, that is
I know exactly what you're
good stuff, JP.
I had someone say in the or was it in the comments? I can't remember where, but someone's like, "Oh, Myers looks like he's got back problems right there." I'm like, well, he does. He does. He really does. Your back was sore, right?
I was just sore all the way around.
Yeah.
I'm just a whiny guy on set. It was always sore.
I love how you shift his gear, like you throttled my gear shaft.
Yeah.
My
So-
truck got some nice screen time in this movie.
Hey,
Nice.
yes, yeah.
The classic leave the truck door open. I like that. You
Yeah.
gotta have those only in the movie shots.
Right?
This is one of my favorite shots when he kicks the door open and it cuts to inside and he yells Sam. Probably one of my favorite shots of the movie.
Fuck, dude.
Mhm.
Right here, boom.
That's a hero moment, bro.
Yeah.
Love that
your
shot.
hero.
Kicking in with the music. Now you know the climax is
Yeah.
starting. It just really like solidifies it. Okay, we're in the climax of a movie.
Got it. Yeah.
I love how you're at. Let's get out of here then.
Now, fun fact here: John actually lifts JP up with his bare hands. We did not use any step stools or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's light. He's a little guy. You know, they say that most leading guys are only 5'10", but they're really
Boom.
5'4".
So, a little fun fact here. I was originally going to use the same fire poker that Anura used. And I was going to have John grab it and smash it back into my head. We were rehearsing it.
Oh
And
wow!
I slammed the fire poker right back into my skull. And I did hear like a little crunch in my head right
Dude,
there.
you had a knot on your head.
I literally had a goose egg on my forehead.
No, you're making it sound nice. I did that. I think I got you.
I think you did. That's
Yeah,
right.
I
I think you
pushed it
did.
too
You
hard.
pushed it too hard into my head. So we had to nix that idea. I'm like, we're just grabbing that. We're gonna grab the same piece of wood that Inura used earlier. I'm like, we gotta forge ahead, guys, because like my head's hurting. I have a splitting headache. I'm like, let's go.
It's 2 concussions for the people counting at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take it.
concussions. We splurged with stunts in this movie, by the way. So, in case you haven't figured it out by now.
And Advils.
And pizza.
That's where our budget went to.
The
Yeah.
Halloween 6. Was it Halloween 6?
I love that shot. Myers almost looks alien there.
Yeah.
I really like that.
You got to have the silhouette, right? The shadow on the wall. I really like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that was just in the moment, too. Because I saw him walking up the stairs while we were trying to set up for another shot. And I'm like, dude, I like the way your shadow is cascaded on the wall there. I'm like, we got to do
Thanks, JP.
Yeah, no problem. We got to utilize that. And that's where it came in. I like the trade-off here.
That's another great shot.
Mm-hmm. Now it's like, okay, we know she's in the room here somewhere. It's just a matter of where is she? Boom. That had to hurt.
Yeah.
That's three
Ainaro
concussions. Three concussions
Yeah.
now, right?
Ainaro is so physical with a lot of the stuff, but in such a good and safe way. But I mean, she really sold a lot of this stuff really well.
You have to, yeah. If you're holding
Yeah.
back, it makes
Yeah,
sense to look.
but it's unbelievable, man. In the dark, and after hours of doing this at night, this is like 2, 3 in the morning. Some of
Yeah.
these things.
Yeah.
On school night, everybody's got to go back to work,
Yeah.
to your job next day. And
I love the blurry shots of his right here.
this is cool.
Yeah, I love this moment here. So you see the ladders in the background covered. Those are obviously a homage to Myers wearing the
Ooh.
sheet in the original. So that's what, 5 shots right there?
Here we go.
So there should technically only be one more bullet
Yeah.
left in the chamber.
I love the walk-in.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a good
Hero
reveal.
Part 2.
Hero. And it's like me coming out of the shadows, kind of Myers-esque,
Mm,
kind of,
yeah.
I love your I can't even anymore face.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Thank you. So Ainara, we re-recorded her lines here in Dwayne's studio, and when she was trying to redo the scene again and get into the motion of the character, she literally started crying right there.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne talks about it in his commentary or in his behind the scenes.
I love the way JP, when he looks, his eye moves up to where I love that shot when he looks up at him.
Right here, you talking about?
Yeah. When it cuts to the close-up,
Yeah.
There it is.
that one.
That is a good one, man.
Love that shot.
It's like, cause it's like, is he still there?
Yeah.
Is he still there? The drone shot.
Yep.
Not after we both fell off the
That,
balcony, though. And that stunt, both me and JP put on the suit and fell off of that balcony for real onto a
Yeah.
trampoline.
we ended up using my take because I think with the way you fell off, it was you looked a little too stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Like me, I was just a little more
Graceful. He was like a swan.
Yeah.
He was like a Myers white swan.
Myers swan dive.
Swan dive.
John was like, you could tell he was like preparing for the fall,
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's
Were they
fine.
saying-
I told everybody that it's me at the end.
That's fine.
How I get all those numbers.
We'll never know. It'll be one of those
Well,
things.
now they do.
I like this look back.
And
Yeah.
I have to disclose this to the damn realtor.
Speaking
Do a job selling this house.
of the realtor,
Yeah. Prop master.
Zach Prop Master again coming through in the clutch with the Lindsay Wallace.
I made that
cool.
entire sign from scratch.
You did.
What
You got the
happened to
book.
that, by the way? You still have that?
It's in my garage.
Nice.
So a little trivia here, guys. The hand you see her at the end is Mariella, and she's the homeowner, and that's not John there. So I thought it was kind of funny to have one female play Myers, and have it like that Deborah Hill moment, kind of because she played Myers, right? She dressed up as Myers a few times in the original, so I thought that was kind of cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
After watching this, I'm realizing that a lot of this actually isn't me as Myers.
Right?
Yeah.
Even
Am
though
I even in this movie?
you were in it. Yeah. And it was my
It was his breathing, his footsteps and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I actually
Why-
stood in for Myers too.
why interesting?
I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. You sweated for it.
I did.
You got
I
a lot of
did.
sweating.
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you, we filmed this in the summertime in Houston, Texas.
Oh.
And what's funny is like the last time John was ever in the coveralls with the mask, it was like the following weekend was when the cold front came,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it was like he just missed his one window of opportunity where he could have had a nice little cool down wearing the
Oh,
mask.
man.
Nah, he didn't have it.
And all
By the
the
way,
inside shots, we had to take the air conditioning down too. So I wasn't even safe inside.
Yeah.
Ah,
That's true.
yeah.
By the way, shout out to all the production assistants and people that came to set.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks everyone for coming on out and making this thing possible. And I mean, if you just see the amount of people involved and just to make my vision come to a reality, it's absolutely amazing. Like
Who's Maxie Hogg?
Maxie Hogg is the guy who did our artwork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he commissioned some of the artwork for us.
That's good stuff.
Yep. So, yeah, film is dedicated to my brother, Daniel Edward DeStefano, William G. Schilling,
Uncle Bill.
Uncle Bill, John's Uncle Bill, and Victor V. Gelsomino Jr., which is Victor's dad.
Yeah.
So rest in peace, guys. Love you.
Tip of the hat.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. That's the movie. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Take it away, Tula.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, thanks to all the backers as well. Thank you so much to the YouTubers too. Wolfman's Got Nards, Barry Cameron, first one to give us a yes, and I think without that, we really started our momentum moving forward.
Yeah.
Me all excited too. I remember I sent out the email and was like, he responded back, and I was like, wow, this is a thing. I never knew how you reach out to these guys, you know what I mean? So this movie kind of taught me as a producer and as a marketer, like different avenue of getting eyeballs on the film that I, never even thought of
Yeah.
to approach, you know what I mean? And in my opinion, I think it really made a big difference in garnering the interest in the movie. And then the amount of views, and now once word of mouth happens, you get guys like Jade Colin and Brittany Cortez to share it. I mean, it's like,
it kind of breaks that traditional mode of distribution, right? Like, we obviously didn't go through a distributor. We just used the free online platform of YouTube, and then you just have people sharing it. And it's amazing what can blossom out of that, and the word of mouth. And you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to hit. Like I said earlier on, I thought like just to get 10,000 views would have been awesome.
Yeah. I agree.
And here we are at 500,000. Like that's something I never ever thought I'd be able to do.
I even thought like 50,000 would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Half is like,
5,000 would have been.
but it just goes to show the horror community is it's unreal. Anyway, again, from John Schilling, JP DeStefano. He's like, you didn't leave these guys out, right?
Well,
Zach Salazar, this is Mike Tula. Thank you again, the Indie Runaround Podcast channel here. You can also watch this commentary at the Thunderknock Studios as well. So don't forget. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
thank you guys.
See ya.